Hey, good morning. This is Eric Hatch with Century 21 coming with Cooking with Your Agent. And today, as you can see, we are going to have an amazing day. Well, today we're going to start with our lovely brisket. Now, I've got the Traeger out there going, and I'm also going to bring my big barbecue smoker trailer back over as well. So it depends how sweet. I kind of like eye it and look at this. So if I look at it and I see, oh, there's a little bit more brown sugar, I want it to be a little sweeter. If I've got a crowd that says, hey, I like spiciness, I go with that. And I just kind of put this rub together until I see a nice little mixture. And I add a bunch of salt right here to it as well. I generally put this on my ribs and my tri-tip, and I put it on the brisket. And I'll end up putting it on the chicken too. We got some sausages as well. We got some corn that we're gonna actually smoke as well. I get pretty generous with this. A lot of people would say, you know, it's a little bit too much, but I come ahead and just, you can trim your fat if you want. I kind of like it on there so it kind of keeps that fat, keeps it going, and then when you actually smokes, that fat just kind of gets into that meat, breaks down that meat. Now this brisket right here, this is gonna have to go on for about 10 to 12 hours, depending on the size that you actually have. So I wanna get a complete even mix and rub all along on that, right there on that one. I do the same with my tri-tip. I go extra just to get that all the way to the edges. You can pick it up off the tray if you wish as well. And then I throw this down on the ribs. So we're gonna be putting the brisket on first, because you gotta time all this out. That brisket's gonna go on about 4 hours. Then we're going to wrap it into tin foil, and then we're going to drop it into the turkey roaster at 250 degrees, and then that will actually like finish it up, and at the end you might be able to bring it back out and drop it on the smoker, which we'll do on the barbecue smoker. Same with the ribs, give them about 4 hours of smoking there, and then you wrap them all up. Sometimes you can spray a little apple juice inside the tin foil if you want. But when you wrap them up, it's amazing. Then when you unwrap the tin foil, you get a bowl, and you just, all the juice of the tri-tip pours out, and you cut it and slice it, and you just pour that juice on. I got this done. Let's go to the Traeger and get started. All right, so we got the Traeger. Now, if you don't have a Traeger or a full-on barbecue smoker that pulls behind a car, you can do other things like that liquid smoke and things as well, and you can actually get any kind of a smoker. But keep in mind, you've got this brisket right here is gonna take around that 12 hours to really get it. It depends if you're wanting to take that brisket and have it like cut and slice it, or if you want it to actually kind of fall apart and shred. So we're gonna put this one on right here. This is gonna go, and then we're gonna be in about an hour or so, we're gonna put our ribs on, which take about an 8-hour kind of time frame, and the bone just slides right out of those ribs. All right, we got the pork butt going here. So we put this at the turkey roaster at 300 degrees. We're using the liquid smoke is what we're putting on there. Just sprinkle it on top. And we're putting either the kosher salt, or you put some sea salt, but salted very generously. We're putting the fat up on top, and we're just gonna cover this, and it's gonna sit here for about 10 to 12 hours. And then we're gonna pull this later tonight, and just with 2 forks and pull it and eat. It'll be delicious. So we're gonna let that start going right there. All right, we're gonna be checking on this beautiful brisket. It's been in there for a couple hours. You can actually see in there, we've added the ribs in there too. The brisket is just looking really nice, getting that nice golden brown. The ribs are joining right behind it. You see the little thermometer that they've got in there, which is really cool, because let me share a little bit about what these Traegers were all about. What you've got here is you've got this side unit panel that actually controls the temperature here, and then you actually put your pellets that you put right up there in the top, which is really kind of fun, is because we actually have pellets of hickory, cherry, oak, whatever pellets that you feel that would be good. Sometimes we do a combination of them as well. So you put them in there, you just turn it on the temperature, and it drops it right in there and just keeps this thing really cool. And so what I really love about this is that they are completely controlled by an app, the Traeger app, that you can jump on there. You can actually watch the temperature of your meats. You can actually control the temperature from the inside, or drive if you were out and about when it's taking that 12 hours to smoke. So it's really cool. Hey, it's time to check the meat. So I've got the ribs and brisket right here, and I wanted to show you that we wrap them in tin foil, and I put them in these turkey roasters, and we keep it about 250 to 300 degrees, and then continue. So you only need to put them on your smoker for about the 3 to 4 hours. The meat cannot really take more smoke than that, and that's why if you have a Traeger, you still want to go ahead and put it on some tin foil and wrap it with a heavy-duty tin foil and put it there, and so then this actually cooks a little bit more evenly. If you've got a wood smoker like we have outside that we're going to show in just a moment, then you don't have to sit there for 12 hours, keep stocking wood and charcoal. So anyway, and we got over there on the other, we got the pork butt, so we'll go check that out too. All right, let's check the pork butt. You can see that steam just kind of coming up. Woohoo! So we've got that beautiful pork butt that we are going to go. It looks like it's getting nice and tender as well. So let's go outside and check that tri-tip. All right, here we're outside here. We've got the smoker right here all ready to go. It's just been cooking and smoking here for a little while. So we've got, this is basically the hot box right here. So this is where the fire is going to be, where it's, and again, you don't want to put a lot of wood in here. You're going to see that I'm going to do something different with my chicken breast here towards the end, but we just want to have a little bit. Now we're controlling the heat of the 250 degrees. So you've got the temperature gauges right here, 250 to 300 right there as well. And as it gets down further here, it gets a little bit cooler, so you can kind of rotate your meat there. And so inside here, we've got the tri-tip right there on the top rack that's kind of going there. That's looking nice and beautiful, that we're gonna probably have, because it's smaller and I only have one, then this is probably gonna only take around 2.5 to 3 hours to be able to get the tri-tip to a kind of a medium rare to have enough smoke flavor that I want. If I had this thing completely full, which I can feed around 200 people on here, I got to continue rotating it, and then rotate it, and it usually takes probably about maybe 4 to 5 hours when I actually rotate that meat. So the upper rack on that smoker is absolutely the best. I got the heat there. It's these briquettes down here that are actually going to keep this thing nice and warm. So it's not really the hot. So if you throw in more wood, yes, the temperature is going to go up, but you got to throw in some briquettes maybe every 30 to 40 minutes. I throw around 6 to 10 of them right there just to keep that temperature. So if I see the temperature dipping, you drop those in and you just kind of get a hang of it, of getting that kind of nice at that temperature. So we're going to let this continue to smoke, and we're going to eat here shortly. Then I'm going to get my chicken, my corn, and also put out some sausage here soon too. All right, guys, we're about to start. And so there is our audience today. Say hello. They're going to be so grateful for this evening to be here eating this wonderful food. About to eat. So we got our ribs right here, got our tri-tip, our brisket, and our pulled pork. And then outside, we still got our chicken, sausage, and corn coming. So let's eat.